What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Survivor Reignited. Here we are. We've reached it. We're going to wrap up, in my opinion, a very boring season in Season 4, Survivor Marquesas. There's only a few highlights here. We're going to get through.
And all the highlights are at the end of the season.
It is. So we'll get into the highlights here. It's like,
I watched these last few episodes and I was like, why couldn't this be the whole season? Like, why couldn't we start actually playing the game like at the beginning?
And the funny thing is, there's worse seasons than this.
That sucks.
Yeah. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, buddy. The next season's not a lot better.
Yeah.
So that's why I say let's, like I'm already halfway through it because I'm trying to get through it.
Yeah.
Watch it. Let's get it recorded on because after that, they get good. Like, this is where we start on the road to being really, really good. Because then you get the Amazon. Hold on. This is 4, 5. 5 will be Thailand. 6 will be Amazon. 7 will be Pearl Islands, which is fantastic. And then All Stars. And then from there, it keeps just getting better and better. Like, the thing right now is you haven't even met some of the most iconic Survivor players in history yet. You've met some great ones and a few iconic ones like Boston Rob here and Richard Hatch. But you got so many more ahead of you. So I'm like, let's keep it moving. What's gonna suck though? I forget what season it is. There's one season, and no one on that season has ever played a second time, ever. But we're here. Our jury is forming. It's John and it's Zoe right now. You know, John got complacent. It took him out, showing his cards too much. Zoe got caught in a lie, booted her ass out. So here we are. You got Tammy and you got the general trying to hold on for bare life and make some, reestablish some alliances and not reestablish alliances. And, what can keep them in the game. But, we start off episode 11. There's some complaints about the living situation. There's a lot of restless sleep. You got Sean here, Sean's very big on honesty and integrity. He's gonna lie and he's gonna play the game too, but he's really uncertain about the sincerity among the tribe mates because he sees people hugging and all these good morning gestures, and he just doesn't buy into it. We celebrate V's 36th birthday on the island.
I felt so bad for this girl.
Yeah. Her breakfast was banana and mangoes, which excited her. What a way to spend a birthday, right?
Yeah. You're hating most of the people you're living with. You're living on an island.
You're not going to eat what you want. Your husband's somewhere else, so you're not getting something else on your birthday. Sorry, but not a great birthday. I'm sure very memorable, but Kathy is still, she from the beginning, she's been a constant. She's tried to be a provider, and she's standing at the water with a damn machete trying to catch her a shark to eat.
Trying to catch baby sharks.
Yeah.
Is hilarious. And I tried not to say that because now I had the damn song stuck in my head.
I can go get one of the kids' toys. Speaking of, there's a great edit that someone matched up a club version of Baby Shark to Batista's entrance.
That's awesome.
So it's like
so great.
If I can find it, I will send it to you.
I love Walk Alone.
Yeah.
Maybe because I can't. I was trying to get you to pop there.
Yeah, my brain shut off from being so tired, man. It didn't even register. It's reward challenge is kind of weird. It's like a musical chairs type of thing. Like you got to race to retrieve either of 6 shells from the ocean floor. Who doesn't ever get the shells is eliminated from the game. You play.
The reward is fucking badass.
Yeah, because you get a luxury. You go to a luxury cruise ship. So you're gonna get a hot shower. You're gonna get a bed. You're gonna get all this food. Like you're going on a legit cruise ship.
Yeah.
Well, you play the musical chairs version until you get to 4, and then 4 is a race from a dock to the shore carrying a 40-pound rock underwater. So a 40-pound rock is going to feel more like 60 to 80.
Yeah.
Because of the water and everything. And who surprises the hell out of us and wins? Pascal, the oldest one there.
And for the first time, I was pissed off at Pascal.
We'll get there. Yeah. He does something not so great. So the cruise ship does get to the beach. I mean, like I said, it's a legit cruise ship. When you see the inside of it, you're like, yep, that's a cruise ship. It's not just like, we've seen like yachts and things.
Yeah.
This is a
Carnival cruise ship. This is a nice
decorated on the inside. Like they probably just got it. There's probably nobody else on that boat. Jeff gets there, and of course, then he's like, you can bring someone along. It's not gonna be fun by yourself. And everybody was like, it should have been V.
Yeah.
But you also at the same time, he didn't even think. His reaction is, it's Nalia he picks. But his reaction is so instantaneous.
Pick the one that's like your daughter. But still, I was just like, it's V's birthday. She's miserable. You could have done something nice here. You already have the relationship.
She gets a birthday present at some point, just not this day. On this day. But like I said, you see them going on the cruise ship. You see them checking in. They got to do the product placement with the visa, showing that it's Jeff Probst's visa.
This was fun because they all started talking shit about Nalia as soon as she leaves.
Yeah, she has done nothing to warrant being here.
No, not one bit. She's literally just kissed Pascal's ass and just hung out.
Nothing.
I honestly was like, okay, maybe they just haven't shown her doing anything, and maybe she has done a lot. But it's just like when they say she has done shit, and I was like, oh, okay,
she hasn't done shit. Yeah. And my thing is this. So, of course, they have a great experience on the boat, right? And you can come back, and they do at every season. If there's a reward or something, yes, they want to know about it, and they talk about it and everything.
God, no,
and she is rubbing it in their faces, saying under her breath comments that others say, we were eating escargot and steaks this time.
I legit thought Nalia. I thought she was gonna get thrown in the water. I was like, oh, they're gonna drown this woman.
And her Nalia offers a pillow mint to everyone that is already in her mouth.
Yeah, no, that was wild. She's been offered. Oh, Snickers. Yeah, that was. I would have smacked her. No offense. I'm surprised Tammy or V didn't
or Kathy.
Yeah, or Kathy would have backhanded her because that was disrespectful.
Very.
Because she did it so begrudgingly too. Like, it wasn't even like a nice, like, hey, here's this. It was more like, you guys can have it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like so rude.
So weird. Sean, the next day is like Leah's not doing anything. She's not working. Kathy is seconding Sean's observation, but the general, because of this, is trying to like see what I can do. Like, see, I do more than she does. Like, he's trying to like play up to the fact that they're talking shit about Nalia. He's built a pig snare, trying to catch a pig. And between her and Tammy, they think they're going to be safe if he catches a pig and she gets immunity again. Like, they think that they can make it at least one more round. The immunity challenge was just weird. It's like the making fire reward we've seen, but you have to make it under a wok that's filled with oil, and the first one
to make popcorn.
Wins.
Yeah.
So, they get to use the first time that we really get to see Flint with it, within the world of Survivor. So they do that. They get to use Flint. Flint becomes a big deal later on in seasons. They do it at night. All 7 players race to gather firewood. Robert was the first one to get popcorn. The general wins. Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm looking at my notes wrong.
I was like, no. Yeah, actually, General Rob wins immunity. You there?
Yeah, clearly my notes are wrong.
I was like, General Rob wins immunity.
Yeah, Rob wins. Rob wins, but his closest ally gets voted out.
Yeah, Tammy gets eliminated. Nothing really happened between the tribal the challenge in tribal council.
Yeah,
yeah, Tammy got eliminated.
Yeah, it just happens. So we get to the next episode. I mean, Tammy was kind of like Zoe to me. She was just there. She didn't do anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again, this is a cast of not a lot of people doing things. That's why these episodes are being so short. They're homesick for their family and their friends.
The editing on this is perfect because they go from talking about how they miss their family and whatnot for this reward challenge with family.
Yeah, and it's the first time that family is brought out to the location.
Yeah.
So the family members are the ones competing.
That was fucked up. That was like, you're putting all this pressure on these people. That is crazy.
And we've seen this kind of before. It's a strategy game of like you move from one tile to another, flipping it over. You're trying not to get backed into a corner or to a spot. You have to at least be able to make another move. And it's heartbreaking. But Kathy wins. Kathy, she's good with these challenges. Yeah. And
her son wins.
Well, yeah, her son wins. So,
the city boy from the Northeast, who he sounded like he hadn't had a hardship in his life.
No. And she made him do all the work while he was there.
He was not happy.
Yeah.
He was very pissed off.
He was. Like, she's like, we're going to make him get the firewood and the water, do everything.
He went from being Mama's boy who probably hadn't worked a day in his life to like hard labor.
And
it was.
Yep.
And he complained. And he made it known. He's like, fuck this.
Yeah, it was funny. It was very funny. But she does confide in him, and tries to get his input on the gameplay and what she should do, and
because she's stuck between two groups right now.
she's the swing vote.
Yeah,
She could alter the game. It could benefit her, it could not benefit her. We get to the immunity challenge next. And each player has an hourglass structure filled with sand. A tiki is placed at the base of each structure. Each player has to take turn firing rocks with a slingshot, and they have to move again. We've seen that before where they've moved them, but if they strike the wall where the sand is, depending on where they hit, it could be a lot of sand, it could be not a lot of sand, but once their tiki's covered, and some of these people are really good with slingshots.
I was impressed. I was like, oh, we got shooters here.
Mm-hmm. The guys were all taken out first, and of course, and they have the ladies have a little like Kathy always refers to a group of ladies. She's like the chicks. The chicks are winning things. And V wins. So there's her birthday present right there. She wins immunity. And Tribal Council is a wash because the vote is unanimous.
Yeah.
And the general is gone.
Yeah.
So first three members of the jury are all members of this 4-person alliance that they thought was so strong.
Yeah. And bitter and angry.
Bitter.
Especially General, because General was getting bitter and angry before he was even eliminated episodes before, and it was like, dude, you're still in the game.
Mm-hmm. So we get to
episode 13.
Yep.
They go right into the reward challenge.
They do. They go right into the reward. They're trying this. I think even them, they were trying to wrap up this season.
Yeah.
It just goes by so fast. I don't even see us being this episode lasting another 10 minutes because of how quick it goes. Yeah. It's like a highlight reel. It's like this happens, then this happens, then this happens. They're out. This happens. This happens. It's just nothing really super strong and exciting in this season.
Yeah, and it's the reward challenge for a car.
Mm-hmm. And it's parts of past challenges. Let's see if they can benefit each other. If they can, redo what they've made mistakes on before, including the stilts. And it's a runaway. Sean wins it.
Sean dominates. And it's impressive.
And I'm like, the guy from Harlem gets a car where he doesn't drive. You probably aren't going to drive it.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about that too. I was like, oh, he probably takes the subway all the time, or walks.
The big takeaway from this episode before we get into the immunity challenge is everybody assumes that V and Sean have an alliance.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it. It's because, they've got shared experiences being in the African American community and growing up. And they talk about that, and everybody just assumes that makes them an alliance, and it's not.
No, they're just kind of bonding over
shared experiences.
Yeah.
The immunity challenge, you got stations spread throughout the area, and they've got questions to answer. We've seen variations of these because Jeff tells them a Marquesian story. They've got to answer it right.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Again, we're at this point now where the production has to start making newer challenges.
Yeah. But Kathy wins pretty handedly.
Yeah, super quick.
Yeah.
Super, super quick.
Tribal Council was explosive.
Very. Very much so.
Probably one of the more explosive Tribal Councils we've seen on the show so far. They all kind of went at each other for a good few minutes.
Yeah. Because there's lots of different, we're at this very he said, she said type of environment now. And you can't trust anybody. And even when you're close, Sean and Pascal kind of got close, but even now they're they're button heads. It's a little bit of.
Yeah. But sadly, Sean was eliminated.
Sean is gone. Sean was high on being on Survivor 50, and didn't make the cut, which is sad.
Yeah, very sad. That would have been cool.
Yeah, I mean, that many years later, yeah. So we get to the final episode. We got 4 members left. They're all discussing the vote of Sean going out. Kathy's the one that decided that vote, and she's overthinking her decision. Pascal is not doing well mentally or physically.
No.
Uh,
They're all miserable at this point.
They're all. I mean, that's the thing. That's like this whole last episode is not fun to watch because that's all it is. As we're talking about is how beaten down they are.
Yeah.
You get the next immunity challenge. They get a pad of paper. They ask a series of questions related to the 12.
I loved this for V because they talked about how we're all gonna study together, and V's like, nah, fuck this. I did all this writing down myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping my information that I know to myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yep. V dominates. She wins. What comes out of this is the most historic part of this entire season.
Yeah.
We get a tie. We get a tie in the votes, and it's Nalia and it's Kathy. Right? That's who it comes down to. They get deadlocked. And this is where Jeff says, look, we haven't discussed the tie. We haven't discussed how
it's and the looks on their faces as he said that was priceless.
Yeah. Like they all assume it's going to be questions.
Yeah.
But no, it's the purple rock.
I was about to say, this is the introduction of the rock.
Draw out of the bag, and it includes Pascal, who had no votes against him whatsoever. And he's at risk. So they all draw rocks. Whoever gets purple, other than V, all the other 3 all pull rocks. If it's purple, they're gone. And so Pascal is eliminated because he pulls purple and didn't even receive a single vote.
It's actually crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, at the time, it was insane. And like you'll hear in future seasons, people talk about, I don't want to risk chance. I'm like I don't like a purple rock's not going to decide my fate. You hear that a lot from different players. So Pascal is gone, and we are down to 3. We get the normal,
walk through the country.
They dom themselves, quote unquote, with tattoos, but it's more paint than anything else. And we get to the immunity challenge, which is an oldie but a goodie. It's the standing on uneven pillars, holding, and it's so anticlimactic too, because like Kathy, kind of like Lex last season, just physically couldn't do it. Like her body just kind of gave out. It was an accident. She fell. And then real quick, V turns on Kathy and looks at her and says, look, Nalia, I will give you immunity if you take me to the final 2. She says, yes, end of challenge. Like it wasn't no, I'm like it was V. Like V, I give V credit for that. That takes guts to do that. Like you're in the final 3 for $1 million, and you make a deal that she could like Nalia could just turn around and say okay, and then vote you right out. Like that was ballsy.
Yeah.
We get to tribal council. Of course, there's lots of debate. You get everything going on between them. Then Nalia chooses V to go, honors the deal. And she says later on that she had already decided if she made it to the final that she would, if she got to choose, she would take V anyway.
Yeah.
So we get our final 2. And it's Nalia and V. What were your thoughts here? Because we already talked about,
I was shocked.
Yeah.
Like, I thought Kathy was a.
Well, one of the jury members says the person that should have won got voted out last night. Talking about Kathy. Kathy, again, like Lex, Kathy should have won.
Yeah.
Like from being, on everybody's nerves day one to getting all close to the end, she should have won.
Yeah. No, I was highly shocked. I thought V deserved it. I was shocked Noe had made it this far.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, V is the first one to really be a floater and get to the end.
Yeah.
That we've seen. So
being a floater and making it impressive. And not like people like being so pissed off eliminate you.
Yeah. The question.
These jury questions pissed me off. These jury
bitter.
segments made me mad. Questioning people's face just because they played the game.
Yeah.
Pissed me off.
Yeah, they again, super bitter jury. Probably the first real bitter jury that we see. And I'm not even going to give much time to it because
I just wanted to say that those I was angry by some of these people.
But I mean, it was clear as day. Like you had an Aaliyah who did nothing, and you had V. It was kind of obvious who was going to when it got into those two. It's like who's going to win, and it is V wins. To me though, I do vote. Of where we've gone so far. We're in the this is the end of the 4th season. V is number 4 in the ranking of the winners.
Survivor winners,
yeah, so far. But people want her back so much, and I'm like, why? Like, I don't see it. But that wraps up season 4. Again, not our favorite season, as you see by how quick this episode is. Michael, let them know where they can find you.
MJ DePussis on all social media platforms. You can catch me every Monday night Netflix and Raw with Pro Wrestling Wizard Doug and the Ring Queen Michaela. You can catch me on my show when I'm able to film Inner Circle with Wheels, where I interview my talented friends. You can also catch me every other Thursday on Cold TV, where I would now be taking over for learning the ropes. And Queen's Court should, at some point, consume with something. We're waiting for Raw to end up on Netflix, and we're also waiting for me, Husky Bree, to not be so busy in our lives.
Yep. I get it. It happens. Life happens. Life be lifing. You can find me, DadHat Wrestling, all social medias. You can find World Championship Wreckage, all social medias. So next up, we're going to be going to Thailand. You excited about Thailand?
Not with the way you talk about it.
Yeah, you shouldn't be excited. You shouldn't be excited.
I want to say all these things, and then you ask, "Are you excited?"
We get to talk about one of the first big controversy, and something very uncomfortable happens, but we'll get there for that point. So, for Michael, I'm DadHat, aka Justin, and we'll see you next time for the start of Survivor Thailand.